I didn't even kill it. Come over there now. It's
What?
I don't like moths. I think they're horrible, flappy things. Anyway, let's switch over to the podcast. Slowly. Oh, it's now trying to attack me. I can see it over there. You, go away. I just tapped it. I made it go away.
We'll only come back for more.
It's for vengeance. Oh God. Oh, don't say that. I can now basically think it was basically just sitting in the dark next to a light going, it's time.
Scream, why not for long?
Anyway, I've started my little timer. So, as always, hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast, episode 155. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of August. I had to make sure that my mind was just slowly ticking it what month we're in. As always, you have me, GD. We've got Tattastic, and we are joined by Doc. How are you doing, Doc? And Tattastic, both of you, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm right.
Right, I'm going to just let you guys go ahead, because I know that you two have been playing a certain game over the past couple of days, and more importantly, we might as well get this bit done, and then we'll go on to the Gamescom stuff. You guys have been playing Conan Exile.
Yeah, indeed.
So, I can't really say anything about this because
Why can't you say anything about it, GD?
Because my PC can't run Conan Exile, and
Why can't it run the Conan Exiles, GD?
Because Conan Exile runs on 64-bit and my PC is a 32. Everybody already knows this. It's not old news. My PC sucks. But anyway, like I said, it's come out on Xbox as well. Unfortunately, not cross-play yet. More than likely, it might be in the future. Just how things have been running at the moment. But you guys have been playing it on the PC version, and so first of all, explain to me and everybody else what is Conan Exile. So my knowledge of it is Dong Simulator. That's it. Yeah.
That is generally what happens.
Yep.
Is that it? That's it. It's Dong
Just a
Simulator.
bunch of people running around with their dongs out.
I was actually quite surprised when Heavenly joined in, and I went to meet her to take her to the base. And
Is it Heavenly? Or I thought it was what's it?
Oh, sorry, what's it? Sorry, she was just. I'm going to get shot flat. She was she was just as naked as all the men are, but she was a woman.
I've been, because you guys have been talking and showing off a lot of pictures on Discord as well of this.
Yeah.
I think one of the funniest ones that I have read from you guys, and this was before What's It actually went onto the server, was, guys, make sure that you're clothed before I'm going on there. I'm thinking.
Yeah, that got a bit out.
So anyway, like you said, Doc, you guys have got a server there as well.
Yeah, we got a Crave game server.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let you guys go ahead with this because I like I said, I can't say anything about this game whatsoever. I am pretty much in the shadow of what is happening, and I think the only things I know is that it's still early access. Where it's going to be
it's been early access for 6 months, and it's been released. Should be out of early access early 2018.
Wait, is that early 2018?
First or second quarter.
H1Z1 early 2017, or are we talking? What was that good game that's actually now coming out? Player Unknown Battleground early 2018. And they said they're supposed to be coming out 2017 or something like that. Before it comes out on Xbox.
Yeah, they're doing really well though, Player Unknown.
But have you actually played any of that yet?
What, Player of Battle Unknown?
Yeah.
Battlegrounds Unknown. Player Battlegrounds Unknown.
Player Unknown Battlegrounds.
PUBG.
Let's just go with PUBG.
Yeah, I've got about 30 hours.
So I've not had a go of it yet. I'm waiting for it to come out onto Xbox as well, like probably a lot of us in Crave Your Game are at the same time. Yeah. So first of all, I completely understand it's a huge huge game, especially when it comes to streaming at the moment, because it seems that everybody is still playing this, and it's been now God knows how many months.
Yeah.
The only thing I fear about this is that by the time it comes out on the Xbox, that's when it dies down. So, what do you think of PUBG yourself?
Yeah, I think it's a great game. Like, it's not usually my kind of game, but there's something about it that makes it really fun. Like, it's a, battle royale game. Match lasts about 30 minutes or so. It's very tense.
Especially
very
when you
rushed.
get close into the circle, into it.
Yeah, like you've got a rush. You got to make a plan and try and stick to it. If you deviate from your plan, you then you got to think so quick on your feet because you don't know who's around the corner. You don't know if someone knows where you are. You can't just hide there. So yeah, it gets, and especially like when you're especially last 10 and the circles are really small.
Yeah.
It's just 10 people in a very small area.
Yeah.
It's sold. Is it 5 million copies in 3 months or 4 months?
I think last I heard, it's now. We said 5 million, and then I think it was about a few weeks later, it got to 7 million.
Yeah, and it's also the biggest.
It is now the biggest consistent played game. It's actually beaten Counter-Strike, which
hasn't beaten Dota yet.
So it's a second. Well, come on, who's going to be beating Dota at the moment? It's
the biggest non-Valve game.
Yes, second place, which is that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's just taken off. I mean, obviously it was an Arma 3 mod as well.
Another Arma 3 mod.
Yeah, but this one's actually doing well, and they're actually working on it.
Yeah, because it's not a walking simulator. That's the first thing. It's an actual. No offense to walking simulators, especially for you, Dog, because I know you've played a lot of them. What the hell was that? Ignore that. I think of the board that's got all our schedule on has just dropped. But it's nice to see that there's a game that's come out from as a mod actually doing this well. And like I said, we've seen it with what was the one called? DayZ. That's it.
DayZ, yeah.
That was the other one, wasn't it? And which is still in limbo.
I don't even know what's going on with that. Like, I got it when after it come out onto early access.
Yeah.
It was actually the first early access game that I purchased, and it was doing really well. And then it just stopped, and Dean Hall left the development company for it.
Yeah.
And he was the one who wanted it, which I don't think put much.
He probably just
confidence in me.
Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking.
Let's say it's coming, but it's meant to be out like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, but come on, that seems to be the theme of that time era, wasn't it? The thing is, we've seen it with DayZ, we've seen it with H1Z1 as another good example of it, which we don't know anything. And no offense, what about basically Star Citizen is another game that is still stuck in my mind. It's probably one of the most funded games from the publicly funded games. You can't really call it publicly funded games when there's not really a game there. It's well done.
No, because they just changed their graphics engine as well. They changed the Amazon graphic engine, didn't they?
Why? Why? The thing is, this is how wrong it is. Is if you've changed your graphics engine before you've actually brought the game out now, because that's how long you've taken to make this game. And it's all right, but people are still funding it and funding it. It's like I know of one person who's spent over $1,000 on this game already. I wouldn't even do that on any single game in the first place.
No.
And yet, people are doing it with this, which you can't technically play yet.
No, like, you can play it, but I just don't like the idea of Star Citizen. I think they've taken too much money. Yeah. They've had to offer refunds now.
Yeah.
There's rumours they've taken a loan out as well.
It just makes you wonder how much money have they actually got to use? How much have they used for this so far? Especially like you said, they're already offering refunds for this game.
Do you know what I love the most? Like, so with Tattastic, you can buy ships. Money. Ark released one paid expansion,
and everyone basically went
mental,
ballistic. Yeah,
which was £15. Star Citizen ships can go up to like $300.
Yeah. Cheto, yeah, I agree.
You know,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Cheto, yeah, I know. I'm not like everyone else. The thing is, it's just that it does feel weird. The thing is, I understand that there's a lot of people who have a lot of love for the Star Citizen game, but at the same time, it feels you're looking at it and you keep hearing it, especially what position we're in. For the past God knows how many years, we keep hearing about Star Citizen has now got this much funding. It's now got this much funding, and you're thinking, well, okay, but
do something with it.
Do some. Where is the game?
Sure, yeah.
The thing is, yes, well done. You've made another flashy ship, but stop making these. The thing is, they've actually got themselves in a vicious circle now, where they've got funding goals, and the people are starting to give more money into it. That they're now to a point that, oh shit, we've now got to use more money to go and do this goal that we've said that we'll do. I think there was one goal in it where they said that they'll put towels in the game. I'm thinking. You guys are really running out of ideas, first of all. But stop with the funding goals. You're funded. Just make the game. And if you can't, the thing is,
one of the most expensive games made.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not just that. If you guys can't make the game with what funding you guys have now got, then I'm sorry, but you might have just gone a bit too over ambitious with what your project is. And it is hard to say that because, like I said, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be upset with that, but it just happens that way. We've seen games die because people have been over ambitious in the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I want to see Star Citizen come out because of how much money people have put towards it. At this stage, I'm going to say this: I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
And a lot of
people,
people,
the time frame that they're saying anyway, and when it does come out, look how big Elite is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that was crowdfunded as well.
The thing is, it's now to a point that the people who have made Elite Dangerous, they've now moved on to other goals now, aren't they? I think they put
a thing out and said they're getting a movie franchise, and they didn't say what was playing the game. I'm a big fan of Frontier Developments as it is, and they were like, they kept it quite harsh. And then they released the Jurassic World trailer, so they've got the Jurassic World franchise, and they're doing a Zoo Tycoon type game like they've done before.
Well, the thing is, that's what I was on about. So they've done Planet Roller Coaster into it.
It's Planet Coaster, but they did Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I think they had.
That's what they did. Did they do that before Elite Dangerous?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, that's how it's gone. The thing is, they've moved, same like I was on about, they moved from Elite Dangerous to Planet Coaster, and now they're working on this Jurassic World, what is it? Jurassic World Evolution.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be coming out spring of next year. And that's coming out on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Which I have seen games that have done that in the past. Well, we've seen another game like that in the past where you've got an RTS Jurassic Park game. I swear we've had one before, or it might have just been making up my head.
That's Operation Genesis on the Xbox.
Yeah, so it's nice to see that another one is being made of that, but it's great that it's being made by Frontier Games, because you know that they are trusted with this. They've made this before.
They know what their kind of games they do. Like Elite Dangerous is obviously Elite will come out in 1984, I think the original.
Yeah. It
was wireframe on the Amiga and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people loved it, and it's always had a following. So they remade it, and it's it's a big seller on PC, it's a big seller on Xbox, and it's a big seller on PS4. Planet Coaster's a massive seller.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I want it. I still want it.
I've got it, and it's one of them games. You know, they look after the game. Go, don't look after the games. They got to go. Oh, here's the game.
Sorry, what was that again, Doc? You broke up really bad then.
Right. They look after the games they have.
Yeah.
Like, instead of pushing out games every 6 months, they look after the games and update the games that they have.
Well, talking about looking after a game, and I'm sorry that we keep moving away from Conan Exiles. Sorry about this, Tattastic. But this is a game that you can definitely go on my side with as well. So it's been just over a year now that No Man's Sky has been out, and talking about looking after a game, and I give Hello Games huge credit for doing this, because I know other studios would have just completely dropped out.
Yeah.
Which another studio we're probably going to talk about in a minute, which has happened. But yeah, Hello Games, they kept on working on No Man's Sky. Now, I haven't gone back to it yet. Have any of you two been back to it yet?
No.
I have. I played before the update and after the update as well.
What, this update that's just come out?
Yeah, I played it.
So, did you play it when it was originally out as well?
I've got about 100 hours.
100 hours.
Between all 4 updates.
So, from my perspective of looking at what has happened and not having a go of it yet, they've really done a lot of work to this, and they've been trying to keep up with the promises that they did originally set for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I feel there's obviously the game was funded a lot by Sony.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like the rumors are Sony wanted it out there and then. Apparently Sean Murray wasn't happy about this, blah 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 blah. But they still had to do it.
Yeah. Well, Sony. The thing is, the last people you want to upset is the actual publisher of the console.
Yeah, and it's like when No Man's Sky came out, you go from the Steam perspective. No Man's Sky was the worst game ever for scores on Steam.
Yeah.
And now, recent is mostly positive.
Which just shows that if you keep working at a game, it is. But at the same time, you can see from Sean. Yeah, that's the thing. You see from Sean Murray's point of view here, where you're thinking, well, it's been a year, and now it's getting mostly positive. Do you think he should have been left a year, or at least gone in? I know Sony doesn't really do early access, but could they have made an excuse to do early access for this game, which is supposed to be one of their flag titles?
Yeah, probably a lot better for it.
And I'm just happy that it's sort of sorted. They're still working
about
on it.
80% to what it should be.
Yeah,
and it is great now. There's a story. There's stories. There's different kind of planets now. The generation of planets is a lot better now. There's different ones and different things.
The thing is, it seems that you can actually just set base at one planet, which I know it's been a while. It's been a while since that update has come out.
Yeah, that was the update before. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's nice that you can do. They've gone, instead of the original plan was, right, you've got to get from here and you've got to try and get to the center. They're now looking at it and thinking, well, you can, that's one of the targets, but you can also do this stuff here. They've basically gone down a simple way. They've gone down a Minecrafty approach to it. The thing is, for Minecraft, there is a story in there. You can get to the end.
Yeah.
But you can do what we've done ourselves. Yeah. We've done multiple other things with it. And it seems that No Man's Sky is starting to go down that route as well, which is nice. The thing is,
absolutely. It's like
expands onto the game.
I was playing it and I got, obviously the journey to the centre still there.
Yeah, of course.
There's the Atlas path, which is still there. But I'm also doing a mission at the moment, and it's taking me ages. I'm going to all these different planets and jumping into different systems and find out different things about this. Because they obviously put a new alien lifeform in there.
Yeah. And
I'm doing all this, and it's taking me ages, but it's distracting me from base building. It's distracting me from just go to each planet and scan all the stuff, and go to the next planet and scan all the stuff. It's really distracting and give me something to do, which I feel it needs in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that kind of game with so much freedom, guidance.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Tattastic? What about you, Tattastic? Like I said, we both haven't got back to it yet. I know that we're both planning to want to go back to it as well when we get a chance. So, from same point my view here, looking into it from the outside, knowing what it was like at the beginning, actually playing it, what it was like before the first update that came out as well. What do you think of this year for it as well? To a point that it was a running joke in 2016. It's simple enough. It was a running joke. We even jumped onto the bandwagon to make an actual award, which was the No Man's Sky Award, but we tried to think we can't really call it that. And now we've got this award, which was for that, which I'm still thinking of keeping in, just to say, well, this is an honorary award that if you work on your game, your game needs work on it. That's what we're trying to say here. But so what do you think it's yourself looking into it? Is there anything that you're excited about wanting to have a go of in that game now?
Just playing it how it was probably meant to be played. Every article you read about it across a lot of gaming websites, everyone's saying it's now worth playing.
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, this game over here? Yeah, it's now worth playing it.
Well, the sales have gone up now for it because a lot of people got refunded, and a lot of people are now buying it again at full price.
Yeah.
I
think there'll be lessons learned though from people like Sony. Rush this game out. Because it even went bad on them really because people knew that they rushed out.
The thing is, we looked at it and we know it's Sony that did this, and to be honest, Sony have made many bad mistakes at the moment, which is starting to get a little bit annoying. But it's horrible with this. With Sony, the thing is, they can make so we want you to get No Man's Sky out. Oh God, it's not done well. Oh, let's just step away from this. But then they can go, well, look what all these exclusives that we've got out. Oh, you want to cross-play? Nah, we don't do that here. We still got exclusives!
Crossplay needs to be a thing.
Crossplay does need to be a thing. We've been saying this for God knows how many years.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird for me that out of the four main companies, because we kind of got to count Steam in this as well now. Out of the four of them, it's Sony that's being the pain in the neck about it. Out of all of them, the one that I thought would be a pain in the neck would have been Nintendo.
I mean, it does help that obviously Xbox is Microsoft, and Microsoft is PC. Nintendo are just like, we'll take anything right now.
Seriously, just play with us, please.
Yeah, okay, we'll take Skyrim if we have to. Will that sell our console?
We don't care now. Our console's selling.
Yeah, it is.
It's now it's the best console selling this year. So let's go with this. And we've run out of stuff in certain areas.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it is weird that Sony are the ones that being a pain in the neck about this whole crossplay thing when they're the ones that technically started it off with technically started it off with this generation with Final Fantasy 14, because you could do it with PC, and now they're just looking at it and thinking, right, we don't want to do this with Minecraft because my favorite excuse that they said about it, because we want to protect our younger gamers. No.
The thing.
They actually said that.
Yeah. At the time, they were slating Microsoft and not wanting to crossplay.
Yeah, they were. At that time, I'm thinking,
they're like, "Oh, we're up for this," and then
come on, Microsoft, and then Microsoft's like, "Okay." No, seriously, let's just think it through a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like someone saying, "All right, let's go on a date," and it's like, "No, actually, you know what? No." just thinking of our image here a little bit. And it's like, I think the more
That
worried...
generally sounds like most of my dates.
At least you're getting them, mate. That's the thing. Actually, ignore that, because at the moment, what Heavenly's on a rampage with trying to get me a date. Oh, anyway, let's go back to
I'm not dating you.
No, I don't want to date you.
That's what I say.
No, I'm all right, thanks, mate. Let's just stay friends. It's not you, it's
That's
me.
what she said.
Well, anyway, going back to this whole crossplay stuff. So it is kind of weird when they're saying that it's protecting a younger audience, first of all.
Yeah.
And then you've got looking at the ones that are doing, because this is mainly because of the Minecraft thing, which is a lot of bugging of so many people. You're looking at it and you're thinking, well, Nintendo's got probably one of the youngest audiences out of all of us, and yet they're on board with this.
Yeah.
And Microsoft haven't got that old of an audience. If anyone's got the oldest audience, it's the PCs over there, and you guys at Sony now. You guys have got the two oldest audiences. So, and if anything, it's the older audience that need protecting from them. I've played Call of Duty. Those guys are brutal.
Yeah,
Well, they are, aren't they?
They're horrible.
What did I play the other day online? I don't remember.
I'll have to be back in a minute. Someone's knocking at my door.
Yeah,
Knocking at my door.
go ahead, mate.
And
Probably
like
some gypsy kids wanting someone.
got abuse from somebody who just saying horrible things about my mum.
I know, it's just a horrible, horrible people.
Yeah, it's just like you would never say that off.
It probably can't, because it's probably past the curfew.
Yeah, by daylight, that's what I was playing. And because I didn't
By
get anyone as a
daylight?
killer, I've got fucking abused for it by some like snotty nosed 5-year-old.
You're looking at it thinking, no, I'm wishing you were killed by me now. Thinking at the same time, should you really be playing this game? But anyway, yeah, so crossplay. I think another story has come out where Sony has dropped out of, and I think they've done it with Rocket League. They've dropped out of it now. Minecraft, of course, they've dropped out of it. And there was another game that was also supposed to be doing crossplay, but I don't remember which one it was off the top of my head, which they dropped out of as well. Give me a second. Just type in crossplay. And there we go, cross-platform games. That will help. And then we'll go on to news. Right, okay. I just got news from Tech Radar. Xbox One and PS4 cross-platform play talks are happening. Still. So, they are still talking about it. So, they have actually confirmed that they are talking to Sony about cross-platform play. So,
Is that please?
Oh, that's the other one. It's Ark. Yeah, so Ark cross-platform play on PS4 and PC was blocked by Sony as well.
Yeah.
They won't allow it. They just won't allow it. Why?
Like with shooters and stuff like that, I can understand because
Yeah.
not that I would be better than anyone else, but
So they
you
do
get more
say that
fluid
PC.
with mouse
Yeah.
and keyboard.
Yeah. The thing is, I agree with that. But when it comes to games where it's more of an exploration type of thing, then it's kind of weird with this. But I think with Sony, they're more worried about, because remember when the last generation they had that huge hack, didn't they, with the PS3? And I think that's what Sony is mainly worried about, because they're more worried about security risk, because it does open it up. If you do cross-platform, you have got that problem of opening it up, especially towards PC. Because it's such an open source. And it's just, I understand where they're coming from with this a little bit, but at the same time it is really frustrating, where they're the ones that kind of kicked off in the first place, and now they're the ones that are, they're the ones that are being a pain about it. They haven't fully said no at the moment, like I said. Microsoft are talking to them to do cross-platform, which of course means the Minecraft cross-platform. But
that's always been like a thing they've wanted to do, though.
the thing is, that's what everyone's been wanting. The thing is, since we've had Minecraft on pretty much everything, well, it is on everything but 3DS at this stage. But and so we've been wanting this cross-platform thing, even if it was just the Minecraft realms, which I won't be surprised if that is what it is. And now we're having it. We're so close to it, even though they've now pushed it back to autumn of this year. It was supposed to be coming out in the summer. But I think a lot of people are saying that it's been pushed back for reasons that they are talking to Sony.
Yeah.
But we just want it. The thing is, we're getting it. It's close. And if anything, if Sony is not part of it, it's annoying, but we don't give a damn. We can just go and play it on something else. If we want, we can play it on our PCs. We can play it on our mobile devices and do this.
Yeah.
So it is Sony that's going to be more damaged by this.
Well, that's it. It's so available.
What was that again, mate? Sorry.
It's so available, isn't it? It's just like you can play on whatever.
Yeah. Well, I've actually looked into the Realm stuff as well, and they have at the moment, because it's already available with mobile and Windows 10, and I think on PC as well. That's the thing. You got to think it's 3 separate things. PC, Windows 10, and mobile. Yeah, they already have the Minecraft Realm stuff already set up on theirs, and I think you can. I think it's about £8. You can have. I think it's 11 or 12-man server.
When it first came out on PC, the Minecraft Realms, it was about £8.99, like bulk standard server.
Yeah. But I've got a feeling that's what they're going to be using anyway, isn't it? Because it's like I said, it's not PC, it's Windows 10 that's going to be included into those. It's Microsoft trying to control it as much as they possibly can, which is okay. But anyway,
it's better than the Microsoft Live that they used to do.
Oh God, yes. Even though I wouldn't touch Windows 10 games at all. But it is a lot better than what games. Was it games on Windows?
Oh, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was games on Windows. It was
I
rubbish.
think I had Fable 3 on it, and it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever played.
Well, the only good thing that I can see from it at the moment is that it's got the cross. It's like, well, it's cross by
one by all.
Yeah, they call it. Is it play anywhere or something like that?
Yeah, sort of.
And a lot of titles that I've got that I can have on my PC if I wanted to, because I've already got it on the Xbox. I think my
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so Paul's Tattastic's just having a bit of a problem at the moment. He's just texted me. He's gonna try and get back as soon as he possibly can. So
yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that's all right. So anyway, let's talk a little bit more about PlayerUnknown Battleground. There was something that I noticed on here. They have announced that they've got a new map coming out for it as well.
Yeah, they've been putting a few spoilers up recently.
Yep.
Actually, they're at I think pretty sure they're again. Yeah, they're at Gamescom at the moment.
Yeah, it's Gamescom at the moment. If people don't know, so we are getting story after story as well. That's why we are going to be more of a news-focused episode this week.
Yeah.
So
but we're going to be focused on Exiles.
5 seconds. We'll probably get back to it. We more than likely will. But yeah, so
I didn't catch that.
We'll get back to it. We'll try and get back to Conan Exiles. But yeah. Yeah, a desert map is one of the maps currently in the works for PlayerUnknown's Battleground that was shown off earlier today. So at the moment, it's just it's a giant field, isn't it, with some city area in it. So it's nice to see. So during the live stream by creator Brendan and PlayerUnknown Green, he managed to slip a new overhead screenshot that shows something completely different from the Erangel map currently we're used to. So the new map doesn't have a name yet, but we've actually seen it before in 2 screenshots that they were captured from very different angles. So yeah, what do you think about that? A desert area.
I think it's brilliant. Because you get to know that nice change.
Yeah.
And I just think what I like about it is they're looking after the players.
Yeah, well, it's a nice idea
game.
that they've adding more maps to it, because at the moment there is just one map.
You got the one map, and obviously it changes each game because you don't know the direction of the plane. But as soon as you find out what the direction of the plane is, you kind of plan your strategy.
Yeah.
Then obviously you don't know where the circle's going to be, so sometimes you could be fucking miles away, and you're like, this is going to be horrible. And sometimes you're there, and it's fine. So the new map is going to bring a lot more, you think, in the map at the moment, there's a military base a lot of people jump into, which is great for loot, but then with that becomes more risk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people jump there.
Because everyone's going into the same spot, of course, yeah.
My strategy is to jump on the kind of outer borders and hit the houses there. I don't get as good stuff quickly, but I survive longer.
Quick question: have you won any chicken dinners yet?
No, I was 1 kill away.
Oh, he was the last 2 standing.
I come second.
Oh wow! I can see it's really difficult, but you can have team play as well, can't you? On that.
I play a lot of duo with my uncle. Yeah.
Yep. So one day you will get that chicken dinner, mate. One day.
Usually, I'm in the I usually end up in the top 10.
Yeah.
But that's because I have my own kind of strategy. I kind of survive instead of hope for the all-out war.
But the thing is, that's the thing, is adapt. But you don't go in shooting, you adapt. That's the point of the game. The thing is...
I kill when I have to kill, and then if I can get to the last few, I get to the last few.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to playing that game, mate. I've been playing. I played a little bit of the culling, which I really did enjoy myself, and I was hearing everyone else that's been playing it so far. It's definitely a game that I'm really looking forward to playing. But like I said, I've got to wait till Christmas. Yeah. Well, it's going to be one of those kind of games.
Won't have their version of it as well.
Yeah, but it never came out on consoles. That's the thing. This one's going to be actually coming out. The thing is,
PUBG is going to be one of the biggest games for a long time. It's to the fact that within their first couple of months, they did a charity event.
Yeah.
They got their best players to come to the charity event and play, and it raised so much fucking money.
But then the thing is, like I said, it's going to be really good. I feel it's going to be really good as long as they keep adapting to it. The thing is, it's great adding new maps and that a lot, but if there's no change to the actual gameplay that much, people are going to start getting bored of it.
But there was, because it was all just third person before with the option of first person.
They've added first person now, haven't they?
And everyone said, we'd rather have it first person. With third person, you can look over walls and stuff like this. And you can get advantage. So they went, alright, yeah, cool, we did that. And then now they've released the first person only.
Yeah. The first person.
Which all these people that were absolutely fantastic at it before
absolutely shit now.
Absolutely getting owned by loads of other people because they don't know how to work it.
Well, it's not just that; it's adding those people who have got the Call of Duty and Battlefield and skills into, and of course CS:GO skills into it now.
Yeah,
the thing is that is the reason probably why more people are actually going into PlayerUnknown Battleground, because they are moving from CS:GO. I never thought about that, because didn't the surge actually happen once the first person servers started appearing? First person only servers.
Well, it was always selling, but as soon as that promoted, it jumped sales.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if that is what's happened. But like
I think what a lot of people like is the rush.
Well, yeah, it's the whole thing that it's
great. With Call of Duty, you go in there and With this, you don't have anything when you start.
The thing is, when you die as well. That's the thing. You don't really get that.
You get
option
one life
nowadays. Yeah, the thing is, Call of Duty, a lot of people, what they're playing team deathmatch. The shot, they get up, the shot, they get up, the shot, they get up. That is
Yeah.
how it goes with that. And same with Battlefield as well. I've played a ton of Battlefield 1 at the moment. It's the same system. You get shot, you get up. You get shot, you get up. You don't have that rush that, no, actually, I've just got one life here. I've got to be really careful with this. And yes, I know there is modes on Call of Duty and Battlefield that do have this option, but it's not the main focus on it. This one is the main focus.
And obviously you get ratings per match and everything like that. And I'm not a really big person for ratings, but you do look at them.
Yeah.
I could do better on this. I could do better on this. And that's the idea. You want to get into the top 10.
The thing is, that's the fun thing about it as well. Like you said, it's the whole survival thing, then shooting. The thing is, you can easily get... I've seen people who have won a game where all they've had to do is just kill one person.
Yeah. And that's a legit way of playing it as well. It's not about the kills. Yeah, okay, you get your kill-death ratio, but you don't get anything extra for killing.
No, it's not about the kills, it's how long you survive.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. You get some people that will hide in the house, so they have to. It's absolutely fine.
Well, while I've got you here as well, so there has been... Ubisoft has been talking about... Final Fantasy 15. Now, if you notice that a lot of the Final Fantasy games have been coming onto Steam and that lot, haven't they?
Yes.
Themselves. Final Fantasy 15 is going to be coming over.
Version.
So there was rumors, first of all, that it was going to require a 170 gigabyte install for the game.
Yeah.
Now, it has come out that it's not correct. Yeah, so this includes the GTX 1080 Ti listed as recommended GPU as well as a massive 170 gigabyte space requirement. This was all a result of a miscommunication from the publisher's part. So, yeah. So, they said that the demo machine they're running on the game at 4K, hence the beefy requirement reported yesterday. It was because it was running on 4K. Of course, you're going to get that big of a thing. Anyway, it was obvious. On the same PCs, the game averaged 30 frames per second, which is a spec that we could do at 4K at this point in development. They haven't actually come out and said what the actual specs are yet because they've not been finalized. It's not a final fixed version of the game yet. But so many people worried about that one thing and thinking, oh my god, it's going to be 170 gigabytes. When I first saw it,
when I saw the trailer for the 4K, I kind of started planning on upgrading my PC.
I still am not on board with the whole 4K thing. This has been bugging me this whole last couple of years with it. And I understand with PC, they've always been like that. They've been better graphics. I can make it work on ultra, extra grass. Yeah, that's what I've been wanting. No, I care more about the gameplay, of course.
Right, and then one game you turn the graphics down on for more frames per second.
From one game that I would turn the graphics down to play more. No, I turn the graphics down so I can play the game.
Yeah, you do, right. Okay, so anyone at the moment with a high spec PC and is playing this one game will turn the graphics down for better gameplay. What game is it?
Probably PUBG. I don't know what graphics. Like I said, I don't. The thing is, look, PC. I understand that if you would have it at what resolution you can have it. But I feel like that I'm getting sick of that. Certain places have been keep on focusing on it, especially from a console side of view here, where you look at Sony with the PlayStation 4 Pro. They were like, we've got 4K, I guess. We can make things look a bit prettier. Be honest, we're only bringing this out because we've got a VR headset that's coming out. And then you've got Xbox, especially this Sunday that's gone by. It's like, hey, look, Xbox One X. Yeah, look, it's all about the graphics. Oh, we've got hundreds of games that are going to be resolution ready for this game. Good for you. Yeah, okay. First of all, why you don't have anything, like I said, with Sony and PC, their reason is because of the VR stuff. It's always been the main reason with that. That's the point they brought out a PlayStation 4 Pro, wasn't it? You can run it on a normal PS4, but everyone knows a Pro is where you should be going when you've got a VR headset. So Tattastic, you moved up to a Pro because of that. But Xbox does not have a VR headset. They don't even have this HoloLens coming out yet, if it made any sense, if that needed it. The main reason they're doing it is because they looked at Sony and thought, well, they're bringing out another console that's got close to 4K graphics possible. Why are we not doing this?
Got a decent name for it as well.
They don't.
No, the PS4 Pro is quite a decent name.
That is a decent name.
Xbox, like their focus group needs a fucking slap.
Well, you know how bad it is when they've actually come out, and this week on Gamescom, they've announced a limited edition Xbox One X, and it's got Project Scorpio on it. That is the reason why it's limited edition, because it says the actual name, because people have actually come out and said, that sounds better than what you've actually named it.
Yeah.
And this is something, now, this is where I'm going to go really mad with Microsoft at this point, so I'm apologizing to anyone who are fans of Xbox here. But first of all, why are they still bringing out an Xbox One X when also on the same show that they've done, and first of all, I love the look of one of these consoles, they're still bringing Xbox One S custom consoles out. One of them being what's in the right-hand corner down there, the Minecraft one, which, yes, I do want that goddamn controller, the creeper one, because it looks awesome and it's suitable for me.
I think the way Microsoft have gone wrong with this is, like I said, you've got Sony Lego and and it's went, we're going to turn on the console, but the only game that's going to be available for that's really exclusive on day one is Forza.
Especially now Crackdown 3's been moved to next year as well.
Exactly, that was meant to be one of the big release titles, wasn't it? Oh, like finally get Crackdown 3.
Well, it's like they actually. Oh, so no, you go ahead, Doc.
No, I was just agreeing.
Yeah, it's like, what's it called? They came out and they were talking about their exclusives as well. It's the only place that you can play Forza 7. Yeah, because most of us are racing fanatics when it comes to gaming. They've got Cuphead, which, look, I can't complain about Cuphead because I am looking forward to that game. And yes, I agree, it's only on Xbox One. The thing is, it might come out on PlayStation 4 later on. But the one that has really annoyed me the most is because of what other stories have come out for it. They also mentioned PlayerUnknown Battleground as the exclusive. Now, PlayerUnknown Battleground, by the sounds of things, this is going to be a timed exclusive. It is still planned to be coming out on the PlayStation 4 because it would be stupid if they don't do that. You've got one console that has got over 60 million sold compared to the other one, which is only got a third of that. And this is what's bugged me about Microsoft. And they've not done it again. Timed exclusive. They have not said it. They've just made it sound like it's an exclusive to their console again. And yes,
Tomb Raider.
They did it with Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and that was a timed exclusive for a year. And yes, I understand that Sony might be in the same position with a certain other game, which might be coming over to Xbox by the end of this year, but there's no confirmation that's going to be happening. And that is, like I said, my t-shirt, Crash Bandicoot, that is supposed to be coming out on the Xbox. But Sony hasn't gone out of their way to try and make it sound like an exclusive. They've just said, well, it's coming out here first. Crash Bandicoot, come and play it. It's the best game of the summer, which has proven it is the best game of the summer. But it's like, that's the thing that's bugging me. I'm happy that you guys are bringing out a console which is powerful. People more than likely might buy it, and I guess it's already been sold out on the pre-orders. It depends on how many pre-orders there is.
But I was talking to some game today.
Yeah.
In our town, they said that there's 20 stores regionally in the northeast for game, and they've been given 28 to pre-order.
So they've got less than
nothing.
what's it called?
Across the 20 shops.
They've got less than how many Switches were available to pre-order.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Stupid.
But like I said, I'm happy that they want to do this. People more than likely might buy the console because they're stupid. Yeah, I said that. I think it's stupid if you do buy an Xbox One X if you've already got an Xbox One. I'm saying
I want it to do well because I'm like I would lean more to Sony, but I'd never want a console to do badly.
I don't want a console to do badly, but I want Microsoft to kind of suffer for their stupidity here.
What a lot of people don't realise is, for 4K, you need to have a 4K ready TV.
That's the other thing, and not many people have
that's
that.
not just you're then buying a £400 or £500 console. You're then buying a £400 or £500 TV for a decent one.
Well, it's like,
which the decent ones at the moment for 4K are Sony.
Yeah. Well, it's not just that. It's going back onto PC. You've got graphics cards that can handle 4K as well. It's the same thing. You've got to have a monitor that can handle 4K, and they're going to cost you a ton of money there. It's like my monitor over here is. I've got two monitors. I've got one of them, which is HD, where it only goes up to 1080, and then I've got just a standard one, which I use most editing. But I wouldn't go out to go and get myself a 4K TV at this stage, and not many people will. The thing, I think they said that it's less than 10% of the market actually owns a 4K TV. So who is Microsoft really selling this to?
Yeah, I feel
it's actually to me.
Is it working?
Okay, admittedly, I do want 4K in my PC.
Yeah, that's a different thing. That's yeah,
that's affordable. Whereas, like with TVs, this is going to be one of them, like Blu-ray and high definition thing again. You know, like Microsoft and Sony done before. Microsoft had the high definition, where Sony went for Blu-ray.
Yeah, and now
Betamax, VHS kind of thing. You know, and I think 4K is going to be a passing phase.
Yeah. Well, it's until the next K comes out, of course.
Well, you can already get 8K on the PC.
Well, that's the thing. This is another one about this as well. With PC, when it comes to 4K, there is games that are suitable for that are only available on the PC as well. Sony has the same thing as well. They've got Horizon Zero Dawn, Nier Automata,
the new Uncharted.
The new Uncharted as well. They've got a bunch of games which are graphically beautiful that are suitable for this, which are exclusive to the PlayStation. Xbox doesn't have that. Yes, they've got.
Hold on. Xbox are gonna give you better resolution on Recall. Just
you know my reaction to that.
Years, aren't they?
You know. Recall. You know, when I first saw that, I'm thinking, they're not doing Recall as a definitive. They're doing a Why? Who asked for this?
It wasn't even a big seller.
It wasn't.
But I get a free update. I get it free because I've already got the game. Buy a patch. They don't send me another copy of the game, which we should. Because they robbed me for a collector's edition.
I just feel robbed about it.
But anyway, like I said, apart from stupid definitive editions that nobody asked for, and of course Forza 7, of course, there isn't games there that you can't already get on already get on Sony if you want to play it on console. And most of the games, even when it isn't exclusive to Microsoft, you can also get it on PC because of this Play Anywhere title. They've basically put themselves in a really, really tough corner here. Is that why would people want to buy an Xbox One X at, I think, how much is it supposed to be? About £400. Sorry?
450, I think.
£450 for this, when they probably can get, first of all, a PC that might be able to run the same specs as that, but not less, but you can get a PC which runs better specs for that. Or you can get Sony, which I think the Pro is cheaper than that at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, the Pro can.
And there's exclusives.
The price is like $350 now, isn't it?
What, $350?
Okay, the other day, the Pro's gone down.
Yeah, because it's been a year. It's usually how it happens. It's been a year. Let's lower our prices. They're bringing out a new console.
On PC, they just bring out a new graphics card, which costs double the money, and everyone buys it because we're mugs.
And it's not really improved that much, has it?
Oh, come on, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. You know it doesn't.
Once you reach it, once you go past Windows 95,
I'm on the same Windows as you.
you can join the man's conversation.
Oh, fucking hell, man. Now, you know what I'll be? I'll get a PC that is as close as I can get to that amount, as best, and I'll hold on to that for another 10 years. This still works. It still can play games, just not that game or that game.
I got my 970 a year ago. One to update already.
Oh my god. You know me. I class myself as a hybrid, but I prefer going to consoles because I don't have to mess around with bloody graphics cards that make no sense to me half the time. Well, this one's a Titan. It's not a Titan. It's about that big.
Then you can't play Conan.
Oh wow, I can play Conan on an Xbox. But I can't play with you guys.
See, me and Tattastic are there, thumbs out, having fun. And you just can't join in. You've got to stand in the background waving through the window.
I don't care as long as you guys make videos. I'm happy. Make Conan.
We should start streaming it.
Make a series with it. Have adventures. You watch it in Tattastic on your adventures in Conan Exiles. Do not focus on the dongs. That's where Twitch flags you.
I left a crocodile in our house today. I ran away from it.
Yeah, I noticed. Thanks for that.
I'd only just died. I died in the mountain after you went off. Spawned back in the house naked, and there was a crocodile outside the door. And he came in the house, so I just ran away.
I should really put a door in the house.
Yeah.
So,
do you like how it's all changed though? Did you like that today? I got a bit bored.
So yeah, I've actually been seeing some of the pictures that you've actually been putting on there, and it's slowly starting to look. I think it's Skyrim.
I ran up onto the balcony thinking this crocodile won't follow me, and it just comes up the stairs. I was like, shit. So I did like a lap around the balcony, got out of the house, and I was gone.
Tattastic. It's not a Dalek. They can go upstairs. Oh yeah, they go. They can't really go upstairs. They just float. That's how it works. They float.
Floating's fine.
Floating is not going upstairs. It means that they can hover. It's like saying, what's it called? A drone can go upstairs. No, it's just flying.
Going up the stairs, so it's going up the stairs.
Okay, sure, it's going up the stairs, but more importantly, crocodiles can go upstairs. It's not. What if they can't? That would have been a great thing. If you look at all zoos, they've actually not got a fence there. It's just a bunch of stairs around a lake.
Yeah. For fuck's sake, I can't do this shit.
They know our only weaknesses: a slow slope.
Pretty much me on a night out. Just they're like, I can't do stairs right now.
Yeah, it's any night out. I'll wake up on the sofa.
Yeah, it's just like no.
Look at the stairs. No.
Any?
What EGX is gonna be like.
So anyway, before we move on to other bits and pieces, is there any other games that you guys have played this week that you want to talk about? that isn't Conan
We
Exiles.
could talk about Conan. Like, this is what we started on. Then
we could talk a little bit more about that if you want to. We ended up. That's how these things work, and you know this is how these things work, Doc. We start on a topic, then we basically go all the way around.
All we said was dongs, and you went off subject because you got too excited.
I don't get excited by the dongs. Anyway, if you guys want to talk a little bit more about Conan Exiles, go ahead. I don't mind. I just.
No, it feels forced now.
Yeah, that's it. I don't force myself upon anything.
Anyway, have you guys got any other games that you've played this week that you can or want to talk about? That isn't Conan. What was that?
Spent a lot today playing Uncharted.
Oh yes, Uncharted. Lost Legacy came out last week, wasn't it?
Yesterday.
Came out yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the well, I won't be surprised if it'd be the start of a new era of Uncharted. Unless Naughty Dog's decided to work on another game, which actually, knowing Naughty Dog, they have.
Yeah, I think it'll end after this. I haven't played it to the end, but I don't think they'll do more of it.
So, what do you think, or how much have you played so far? What do you think of the game so far?
I'm up to chapter 5, so don't know how many chapters are in it. But I've played a few hours on it. I thought it was going to be odd without Drake being in it, but they seem to have a good mix between the two characters, like a good rapport between them. So
wait, who are the two characters again? I'm not really up with my Uncharted knowledge with this one.
I don't know them by name. It's Nadine, like the South African woman who came in the last one.
Yep. And
what the one? She was in Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2.
Yeah. I can. While you talk about
the Latina woman.
Names. Yeah. You continue talking about Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Yeah, they've got a good rapport against them. They've put a lot of driving in this one. These first 5 parts, a lot of it's been driving. First part is the part you play on the They're showed at E3 where you walk through the city centre. Isn't the other one?
By the way, the other person's Chloe Fraser. I think that's your main person that you.
That's the one you're controlling, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
The main character, you don't remember the name.
No.
And the other person's Nadine Ross.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, the main character, the one that we don't know the name of, is Chloe Fraser.
I couldn't think what she was called. I remembered Nadine. I did well with remembering one name in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good.
The villain.
Seems like they've hit the. I know the driving on Uncharted 4 was well done, which is good because a lot of companies try and put driving in the game like Watch Dogs, and it's.
Yeah.
The game that's centered around that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But it's based in India. All the areas are nice looking again. I put a few pictures on my Twitter.
Yeah, they say that here the seeking the tusk of Ganesh in the mountains of India.
Yeah.
In the midst of a civil war.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't have an Uncharted game without some kind of war. Or some kind of... There's always badness. Yeah, something bad happening there.
Yeah.
Well, there's problems.
But so far...
It stuck to the Uncharted brand well.
Yeah. And it might be a great way to say goodbye to, be honest, what has been the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4's main series, I would say. Which...
No. Oh, no, series, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's been its main series, especially PlayStation 3. I think a lot of people end up buying a PlayStation 3 or kept on saying, I'll buy a PlayStation 3 because I want to... that is one of the games that I want to play on that console.
Yeah.
There's always been that one. And I think of course, you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. You've got Uncharted Lost Legacy. And wasn't there Golden Sun on the Vita or something like that?
Golden Abyss, I think it was on the Vita.
That's it. So, look, you got 5, 6 games, because this is classed as standalone DLC, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like what the what was the one for Last of Us?
Oh. I don't remember the one for Last of Us, but wasn't there the Blood
Was it
Dragon
Ellie?
for Far Cry?
Ellie and yeah, but there was Ellie and the other and one of the other kids from it had their own side thing, didn't they? Like their own game.
1 second, I can find out. Last of Us. Wikipedia. Oh, here we got Left Behind.
Left Behind, that's the one.
Yeah, where it had a single player campaign following Ellie and her best friend Riley.
Yeah.
Which that came out Valentine's Day, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it came out Valentine's Day.
Oh, that'd be horrible to do it. Because you'd be like, the misses out.
Yeah, it was actually Valentine's Day in 2014.
A lot of men were single that day.
All you've got to do is buy
relationships ended.
This is my best Valentine's tip. Just buy him a box of roses, chocolates, because you get them chocolates and flowers in one. Save on the money. Save on the money. And then buy The Last of Us with what you saved.
But then again, thinking of it, it's not like it's the first time that. Well, I think this year as well, there was another game. Well, was supposed to be a major game that came out. For Honor came out during Valentine's Day this year, as well. Yeah. Which it seems to be a trend at the moment. You know what? It's Valentine's Day. There's a lot of single people out there. Yeah, have a game.
This is where aim is now. They should do the FIFAs from February to February.
No. Do FIFA when it comes out in September because of the season. That's the main reason they're doing it. They've got Madden for that kind of crap.
No, then they can update it halfway through the season and release a new one on February. Valentine's Day every year.
Yeah, but I feel you know what? I would feel sorry for the person who's actually got to come out and say, not only to the people, to the Valentines out there, but also the football fans to say, yeah, you know, FIFA, yeah, we're skipping a new game this year because we've decided to move it to February.
Yeah. I would love to see. Happy with.
People will be pissed.
You girls wouldn't be too happy.
But then you're forgetting it's a year. They'll release this one in September, then go. Actually, from now on, we're going to do them in February. So there's one coming out in February. It's a year.
It's a year. Yeah. Now it's actually got the right number for what year it's coming out. Yeah. So, Uncharted Lost Odyssey. It's like I said, it's available on the PlayStation 4 because of course, where else is it going to be?
$29.99.
How much, sorry?
$29.99.
$29.99. And oh come on, it's probably going to be the last bit of Uncharted that is going to be coming out, unless they do another remaster, which I won't be surprised. What about you, Doc? Have you been playing any other games apart from Conan Exile that you want to talk about?
Hellblade.
Oh.
And yours.
Right. I keep on trying to play this game, but I keep getting distracted. So this is the game that's got what's it called? They actually got professional.
So they work with a load of mental health people, because you're kind of in like a mental health state where you're dead. But yeah, like it's kind of like psychological. It is probably one of the most. I wouldn't even call it a game. It's an experience.
Yeah. And
it kind of destroys you.
Well,
but it makes you second guess yourself as well.
Yeah. So it's made by Ninja Theory as well.
Yes.
First of all, which, to be honest, they've done so many brilliant games that I know of, and some games that we think, well, you should have thought about that. DMC.
It was still alright though.
It was alright, but it is still the black sheep of the whole series, I would say.
I'd say it was better than Devil May Cry 2.
Yeah. But I'm trying to find the Wikipedia. There we go. That's better. So yeah, it's supposed to be it's a psychological horror video game according to this. And it's available on PlayStation 4 and on PC.
It does when like it tells you to play it in headphones, so you get like the 3D surround.
Yeah.
Because as you're playing it, you got the voices telling you like some are like, "Oh, it's a good idea. This is a bad idea. You're gonna die. You're not gonna die," and it's just constant like that. So it proper like plays with your head while you're playing it, and you get really emotionally attached to the character.
I'm trying to find what the actual is psychosis, isn't it?
Yes.
That's it. Where it's basically psychosis is when they think that there's something there, but it isn't really there. Trying not to spoil anything.
That dictates a lot in the game as well as you play it without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
And like obviously, like one of the biggest parts of the game, by X amount of times.
Yeah. So sorry, what part of the game was you on about there, mate? Sorry.
If when you die so many times, like X amount of times, it deletes your game save.
Yeah, so this is what a lot of people have been questioning about. So there's at the start of the game, it does actually warn you that we already knew months in advance that there was going to be a permadeath system added into this game. And what people have been saying is that there's something called the rot.
It's called the rot. And basically, when at the beginning of the game, you battle some stuff.
Yeah.
And you eventually will die in that instance, and it introducing this rot.
Yeah.
Basically, it starts in your hand. When it gets to your brain, when you die enough times for it to get to you, when you fail enough times, they call it fail because they use harsh words in this.
Yeah.
Like, die's fine, fail. Once it gets to your brain, basically, it deletes your game save. And you have to start again.
So, have you actually managed to see this happen yourself, or have you done it yourself?
No, I haven't got that far yet to die that many times.
Yeah,
because you're really careful with it. Instead of other games where you run in and you're like, yeah, this is fine, blah, 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 blah. I can do it. If I die, I'll start again and get tactics. You don't know how many saves you have.
Yeah.
Before
that's the thing. That's a lot of people have been asking about this. Is because now I haven't seen anyone who has had this happen to them yet at all. And a lot of people have been saying, is this just Ninja Theory maybe putting that in our head? Because they've said that there's a permadeath system in this. But at the same time, what the quote says on it, it doesn't actually say that it deletes your save.
This one does. It will remove your progress.
It will remove your. Well, if you, like I said, it
has a message at the beginning. Like, no, because it makes you be careful.
Yeah.
It makes you think, right, okay, I've got this fight to do. Instead of every other game where you just go in, hack and slash, and hope for the best. You're like, I need to defend, I need to maneuver. Is this safe to go in here? You know, you really think about what you got to do. You don't want to die because you don't want to lose your progress. But at the same time, you don't know if your progress will be lost.
It's basically making you question everything that you do on here. And the thing is, we've played other games which has got a permadeath system into it. This one, it just feels. It feels weird because at the same time you're thinking, are they really serious about this? Is it just part of the game mechanic trying to mess with your head here? But I don't want to test it just in case it does do that. I
think there was one important thing Doc said there as well. Is I haven't played the game, but you get attached to the character.
Yes.
So many games these days don't do that now.
No.
Well, the thing is, you're not actually controlling the character, are you? It seems that you are controlling the character, but it seems that you're looking over her shoulder through this whole game. So you have got, like you do, like for example, with Theseus, that you've been doing on your series. The thing is, yes, you're moving the character around, but it's like you're just watching him from a different angle. It's like It's like you're an out-of-body experience with this character. And what I've seen with Hellblade here, it's the same system as well. You're not actually the character, even though you are controlling the character and what she does. you're not actually her. If you understand what I mean by that.
I understand. Like in this game, you don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
It's so it plays with your head, but it's like I've not been this attached to a character since The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the feels are coming from. Like even like the beginning of The Last of Us, obviously, where you're Joel's daughter.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably the most touching moment in any game ever.
Yeah, I would say this. Yeah.
and you wanna look after the character in this one because you know there's a permadeath system. You want to look after your character.
You want to make sure she's safe.
Yeah, instead of in like other games where you're just like, yeah, I can do this multiple times till I get a tactic. You don't know how much time you have to get tactic, and that you have to listen to the voices.
Yeah.
Like in the last boss battle, they're like, use your focus. So you have to use your focus, but is that right? Is it not? Is it, you know?
Do we want to trust the voices that are in our head in a voice?
That's exactly it. Because there's two different sides to it.
Yeah, it's like one part of it they can say, "Oh, she's failing. Oh no, she can get up. She can get up." And then you got one time say, "Nah, she's done for. It's like
absolutely, and it's like even when you're just walking around, there's like so different. Like don't go towards this gate. Do go towards this gate. You stop really guessing your own kind of sanity in a way.
Well, not a sort of spoiler type of thing because it's near the beginning of the game. You've got to jump. You know that you've got to go down this path, and you've got to jump down this whole bit. And then the voice is saying, "Why did she do that? Why? Now she's trapped in here." And you're thinking, even in your back of the mind, like any other game, you're thinking, "Why did we do this? We're trapped."
You get to a gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like one bit you get to a gate, and they're like, "You're never going to get through this gate." Oh, you will. You will. Look for this. Oh, is that the right thing to do? Do you trust yourself? And it's like. No, I'm just gonna play Minecraft.
Well, the thing is, like we said, it's Ninja Theory that's made this game as well, and I always said they've done development with DMC. But one of the games that really I still think made them shine before this game was Heavenly Sword, which was a PlayStation 3 exclusive.
Yeah,
and the thing is how much in touch you had with that game as well. You can see that it's the same people. You can tell it's definitely the same people that have been working on this game because they've said they've been working on this for the last 14 years of this game as well. So you can tell it's that group of people have worked on this game as well. And it just feels like this is definitely one of those games where if you've got a PlayStation 4, it's one of those games that everyone's been saying, and I've not played it yet, but what I've seen from it and what other people have told me about it, this is definitely a game that you need to pick up and play if you've got a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, or a PC.
Or a PC, yeah, it's on PC as well.
I said it came out at the wrong time for me because I had that big pile of reviews.
Yeah,
I've still got a big pile of reviews, but I won't miss an Uncharted when that first comes out.
Well, it's like with me here, I've got another game that I want to do this game as one of my one-shots. But I've got another game for next week that I've got to do first before this one, and I've got 3 other games will be coming, and I can't push that one out of the way because the difference is I ended up buying this game. The other game I got given to do a video for. So it's kind of weird. The only thing that I do find a little bit disappointing about Hellblade is that a lot of people seem to have more focused on the whole permadeath thing with this game, which is a little bit heartbreaking because the whole point of the story here is the whole psychosis thing. I feel like, and trying to be a little bit more focused on that. Like I said, they ended up getting actual professionals in the world-leading neuroscientists and non-profit organizations like Wellcome Trust to properly capture the experience of psychosis and its devastating effects on the human mind. But like I said, every story that we've been reading about it has been about the permadeath. So hopefully people will come out from the other end of this game thinking a little bit more about the psychosis stuff as well, and less about the permadeath. And hopefully that story does come across. Now, the thing is, we are in August at the moment. I know we've played a while back. So far, looking at this year so far, it's going to be a really tough year to do our Game of the Years. Because this is definitely going to be one of those games that will be there, and PlayStation's going to dominate that. You can tell it already. PlayStation's going to dominate it.
I mean, they got the choice of Halo Wars on Xbox.
Oh yeah.
And Forza.
Whippy. We'll put Cuphead on.
Have you noticed some of the best games this year have been by smaller studios?
Well, that's been what it's been like for a while. It's like well, for example, like I said, we've got Hellblade here as one of them. You could also say it's not just smaller studios.
20 people.
It's not just smaller studios, because like I said, Ninja Theory is not a small studio. It's Ninja Theory. Well, we've heard of them so many bloody times now on bigger games.
It's still quite small. Still independent.
Yeah, but only 20 people worked on Hellblade.
Was there only 20 people? So okay, there's like they've named it here. It's an independent AAA game.
Yeah.
So but yeah, like I said, it's a big studio, but a small amount of people worked on it, which is nice. But yeah, like I said, it's the smaller indie games are starting to dominate again. It's like I'm trying to think of the other games. It's not just that. It's a lot of the games that fans have been also behind as well have been really shining as well. Another game that came out last week, which we talked about on the podcast.
Not early access.
What's that? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, the game that we talked about last week, Sonic Mania. That's fan made, but it was Sony that not Sony. Sega ended up backing behind them. That is just another proof here that look, maybe the bigger studios should step back a little bit. It's like one of the games that is, be honest, has now been completely dropped. Even though they are doing multiplayer DLC, but they have completely dropped out, and they've actually said that they've dropped out from the single player stuff.
Yeah.
BioWare with Mass Effect. Kev, I've spoke to Kev the other day about it when the story broke. I think it was when we was watching the Gamescom, Xbox Gamescom briefing, and he is so disappointed and devastated what has happened with this game, because it feels like you said, another story that we talked about earlier with No Man's Sky, where they've worked on it for the past year, which is another small studio. You've got BioWare with Mass Effect. They've just given up on it.
Tell you what I was shocked at today. I went to just a little local game shop. It's like just nowhere else. It's just in one off in Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Owned by, and they had 6 copies of the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition in.
I want one of them.
3 on Xbox and 3 on PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah.
I thought these were hard to get hold of now.
Yeah. Well, it's like we all 3 of us are going to get EGX next month, aren't we? I'm looking forward to the indie booths again. Myself. I'm not much looking forward to the AAA ones, because I'm looking at thinking, well, more than likely I will play your game when it comes out. I will have a go of it if there's free space. But it's going to be, like I said, it's Assassin's Creed Origin. Well done, it's Assassin's Creed in Egypt. I'm looking forward to it, but still, I've played Assassin's Creed before. It's the indie booths that's more focused, because they're so much more adventurous with what they're doing. And I've noticed so many good games that have come from that side as well. And it's nice. It's nice that this is the thing, it's like going also back to Microsoft with their exclusive stuff. The fans are not upset that they're not getting things like Halo or Forza and that lot. They're upset because they're not doing any new IPs. Yeah. And the one big IP that they were all excited about was Scalebound, and they ended up killing that.
Yeah.
And it's so much devastating that Platinum Games came out, I think it was this week as well, and they actually came out and said, if it wasn't for how well Nier Automata did on the PlayStation, they would have gone bankrupt because of what happened with Scalebound.
Mm-hmm.
So, with just saying this, people are starting to get really sick of sequels. It's nice that we get sequels. The thing is, that shows that people are fans of franchises. It's just that at the same time, we want new IPs as well. And that's okay, that's what the indies do, because which is weird, because you would have thought that there'd be more risk for an indie. Because if their game doesn't do well, that's it. Their company is dead. If someone like EA don't do well with a new IP, they're like, okay, yeah, we didn't do that bad. It's a little bit devastating for us, but it will not kill our company, because we've still got all these other things over here which we bring out yearly, which still bring in the money.
I said Ubisoft know they're going to sell their Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
They're going to sell Far Cry 5.
Yeah. They know that they're going to be selling more Siege when the update comes out next week. But the thing is, at the same time, Ubisoft do seem to focus a little bit with their indie stuff. But that's what it should be. That's how it should be. Ubisoft are great. We do make fun of Ubisoft. We said that so many times. But we have so much respect for them because they do the right thing. They focus on the indie side of things.
They need to focus a lot more with UbiArt. Both
they do
their
need
games
to.
have been like outstanding.
Yeah. Well, they had Child of Light and Valiant Hearts.
Yeah.
2 brilliant games. 2 games.
Valiant Hearts was an amazing game.
The thing is, it's to a point that every time I still say this, Valiant Hearts is one of the best games that have come out in a while.
Well, the first year and a half of this generation, if anyone said to me, "What's the best game you've played on this generation?" it was Child of Light.
Yeah.
For the first year and a half, like Child of Light,
It's not Phil Mitchell.
Am I getting abused for being Phil Mitchell?
Yeah, abused for being Phil Mitchell. Greg Jones is calling you Phil Mitchell, mate. And Ryan's saying boobies. But, yeah, like I said, it's just indies be indies. The games hopefully will get more and more popular over time. And the thing is, like you said, they're just getting... It's the smaller studios that are doing brilliantly because people want new IPs. They don't want sequels as much as they used to. Well, I think, like I said, we've seen this a couple of times. Look at what happened with Halo. Look what happened with Mass Effect. And I won't be surprised if we see the same when Forza 7 comes out. The thing is, it's the same game. When people talk about FIFA 18 and all the sports games and that lot, it's saying that the same game. If you want to know what is the same game same with Call of Duty as well. If you want to know what's the same game every time it comes out, look at bloody Forza, for crying out loud. It's the same game, but it's just a little bit prettier.
A little bit pretty, yeah. And
the thing is, like with FIFA and that lot, the thing is that at least they work on the mechanics and they do try and change things with that. Forza doesn't. And
I'd say from 2009 to 11, FIFA was pretty much the same game, just looked a bit nicer. But each year now they try and put something into it.
Yeah. It's like they got Journey, the second part of the Journey that's coming out. This one, which I'm looking forward to myself. So, but then again, it could be because I am a football fan at the same time. So, which, by the way, I'm happy. Liverpool are in the group stages of the Champions League.
Yeah, they'll be knocked out at that point, though.
No, they won't. No, we will not. We will conquer it because we are basically England's European champion.
I don't follow football, so I don't.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, but yeah. So that's all I want to go with this, and I think it's nice to move away from this. Is there any other things you guys want to talk about? Because I'm going to be honest, I barely played any games this week, apart from the games we talked about last week, Sonic Mania and that lot. So, kids today have laptops, iPads, and iPhones. Dude, when I was 10, I only had one thing to play with. Good for you, Tatum. Good for you. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to the UK charts. So last time we was on the UK charts. So Rocket League. We're not talking about bloody Rocket League, Brian.
Oh.
So last time we looked at the UK charts, Crash Bandicoot was at the top. Still, even while we was off for 2 weeks, Crash Bandicoot was at the top for both those weeks we was off.
Of course it's gonna be.
I just finished Resident Evil HD remaster. I'm really hoping the number 2. Number 2 is actually being done. They're still working on it. They haven't given us a set date when it's going to be coming out, but I won't be surprised if it's next year, since that is the
trend.
Yeah, it's the trend. I think it's the 20th or 30th anniversary of Resident Evil 2. It's the 20th anniversary of Resident Evil 2. Next year. So more than likely that's when that one will be coming out.
Yeah.
Ryan, shut up. Yeah, 20th anniversary, thank you. Anyway, UK charts. So, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy takes the number 1 spot and has now made it 7 weeks at the top of the all formats charts. I'm in a happy mood now. Extending its record of most times at number 1 for 2017. After 2 weeks of no new entries, Deep Silver's new release, Agent of Mayhem, debuts at number 4, while Paradox City Skylines PlayStation 4 edition comes in at number 20 in its debut week. This means it trumps its Xbox One counterpart, which failed to make it in the top 40 when it came out earlier this year. It's business as usual for Rockstar Take-Two's GTA 5 as it climbs 1 place back to number 2. FIFA 17, on the other hand, drops 3 places to number 15, while Football Manager 2017 re-enters the chart at number 22 after a lengthy spell on the sidelines. So, up 2 places to number 5 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. New at number 4 is Agents of Mayhem. Down 1 place to number 3 is Fallout 4. Up 1 place to number 2 is Grand Theft Auto 1. Oh god, yeah, that's doing brilliantly now. Also, Grand Theft Auto 5 is at number 2 as well. And still at number 1, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. 7 weeks now, man. It's the best selling. It's it's the best selling game of 2017 now, and the most number 1s of 2017. Seriously, well done to that bloody game.
Yeah, there's a thing for mention Fallout again.
Yeah, Fallout 4 came
announced today. Bethesda announced today the VR version is going to be exclusive to Vive.
They're exclusive. Aren't they both coming out on December as well? They've also been said. I think it's December the 4th for the Fallout game, which will not include the DLC, they've said. And Doom is supposed to be coming out the 12th of December as well.
I reckon Doom would be a lot more fun than...
I still don't understand how it's
I think it'd be a lot more fun.
Yeah. Just a couple of questions. Craig's asking, who's looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed game?
I am. I'm all over that shiz.
I'm sort of looking forward to it, but it's not going to be a game that I'm going to jump out and get.
I've not enjoyed one since Black Flag.
Oh no, Syndicate was great.
Syndicate was fun. I like that. But then again, I feel a little bit disappointed because I liked the competitive multiplayer of the Assassin's Creed series, and I'm hoping.
Oh, you see, Assassin's Creed doesn't do multiplayer.
Oh no, they do multiplayer. They do it good. It's just that it's that is a sentence.
What, did you not play Unity?
I don't want to talk about Unity. That was not that multiplayer.
They do multiplayer, do it well.
That was cooperative.
Multiplayer.
That was cooperative multiplayer, and that was a bad idea what they did there. They should have just stuck with competitive and had us kill each other on purpose.
And yeah, Craig, we all do live in different parts of the UK.
Yes, we do. We are actually using Skype to talk on here. Nice. I like how beautiful Black Flag was. Syndicate was great, but ugly.
No, Syndicate was not ugly at all. I'm sorry. I loved this game. It was just so raw and...
I love it more. I'm looking
London.
I'm looking at this. Ryan's basically trolling the YouTube side of it. I don't really give a damn. Seriously. Oh, I'm from Wiltshire. I don't know where. Don't dare diss.
Make nice ham in Wiltshire.
Agreed. Sorry. As is
Make
not
nice ham in Wiltshire. The ham. The ham.
I'm in Bristol.
Has just told me don't dare diss the Assassin's Creed. Okay. Where was we? Game releases. Yeah, let's just go there.
I went off on an Assassin's Creed run.
That's alright.
No, I agree. It's like with Craig's what he's put. Like, I agree. It's not as pretty as Black Flag, but like it kind of captures what London was like at the time. Because obviously at the time there was the smog and all this other shite going on, and just London's not shit. Not a shit game. I'm not even going to.
You know what? I'm want to see how this actually handles, because at the moment we've had a lot of places we haven't actually played an Assassin's Creed in a deserty setting for a long time now. I think that we've only had it with the first game, and that's what we're going to be getting with Egypt. And in this, the earliest story, well, it's going to be the earliest point in history with this game as well, isn't it?
And you get a camel.
Get a camel.
They could have.
I want to fight a crocodile, because that's what I got from that image that was leaked.
No, you ride a camel. That's what you ride. You don't
ride
a crocodile. That'd be ridiculous.
What? Like, wait, so 1 minute. When you say ride a crocodile, the first thing that pops in my head is you surfing on a crocodile.
If I had to, I would.
It gets me across the Nile.
Syndicate, but you know.
I'm looking forward to it. I love how Haz is just basically putting spaces between every word, every letter, and it's just. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or is it just.
The only thing I wish to do on Assassin's Creed is remake the climbing animations, because it's been the same since number 1. Not everyone climbs the same. I can't climb the same as a monkey.
I've got so many comments, but I'm not going to say any of them.
No, just let him. Oh man, new games releasing this week. Let's go with that. Let's see if what's it called.
Can we just agree that Syndicate was a good game?
No.
Oh come on! There's nothing wrong with it. Like, there's 2 characters, 2 different stories. You got the representation there. You got Charles Dickens in there. You got all this good like story stuff in there. It hasn't got fucking water or a boat, so it's not fucking good, is it? It's a bit smoggy.
What the hell?
Are you calling me a name there? If we're favourite from Hillsborough, get called Smoggy.
Oh, fucking God, I can't find the new release list. What the hell's going on? Games coming out this week. Games coming out. Is there actually any games coming out this week?
Well, it depends what kind of console you're on about.
Angry Bunnies from Mars is coming out on VR today. This is week. Here.
My old list is not working, and the other list has just vanished. I don't know what's going on.
Shut down.
Shut down. Everything's been shut down. We know what you've been up to. We can see what you're up to. You're going to use a list. You're going to use this list. It's all right, but BG247 used to give me a good list, and now they've just kind of given up. But it's because everybody's gone to Gamescom.
Yeah.
So apart from us, why are we not at Gamescom? I want to go to Germany. I want to go to Germany and play some games.
Why?
I want to play Euro Truck Simulator.
I got kicked out of my German lessons for being a dick. I'm definitely never going to Germany as a country.
Even if we can go and play some games?
Once again, I got kicked out of German for being a dick to my German teacher. I'm not going to a country.
I got followed around in Germany by police. I won't tell you why. It's not appropriate.
Please tell me you wore the wrong kind of t-shirt, the one where
Did you did you think you was in Amsterdam?
No. I'll tell you after the podcast. It's not very
Oh, thank God! I found my fucking list.
No. I'm excited though.
Right. So anyway, what day are we on? We're on the 23rd, aren't we? So here we are. So games that came out on Tuesday, the 22nd of August. We had The Escapist 2 come out on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. I want to play that actually. I remember the first one was really good. Anyway, Thimbleweed Park is now available on the PS4. And Darkest Dungeon, The Crimson Court is also available on PS4 and PS Vita. Games that came out, also Uncharted Lost Legacy came out on PS4 yesterday as well. Yep. Games that were released today. We have Chromagun on the Xbox One and PS4 and Bleed on the Xbox One and PS4. And then games coming out on Friday, the 25th of August. We have Minecraft Story Mode, The Complete Adventure on Nintendo Switch. Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash on the PS4.
Oh dear.
I've seen the trailer for that.
Oh dear.
Oh, it reminds me of Splatoon, but better. I don't see that going on Nintendo. Why Day, the Labyrinth Named School comes out on the PS4. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Legacy on the Xbox One and PS4. And the two biggest games for this week. Madden NFL 18 comes out on the Xbox One and PS4. And F1 2017 comes out on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Yes, it's starting to get to that time where we're going to be getting the releases of annual games. And that's
Is Madden going straight onto EA access?
What? 18?
The trial will.
Oh, there'll be more than likely a trial, yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, there might be a trial. They might be doing a 10-hour trial of that game. I don't expect them to be doing a...
I thought 17 went straight on there straight away.
What's that, sorry?
I'm pretty sure Madden 17 went on there straight away.
No, Madden 17's not long gone on there. I think it was a couple of months ago.
Wow.
Well, like I said, they had a trailer, a trial run, which was 10 hours, and more than likely they're going to be doing it with that and FIFA as well. A couple of days before the game comes out. I won't be surprised if the trial run is already available. I'll check, but I don't know where I've put my Xbox controller. It's over there. I'll get back to that.
I was talking to people about FIFA today, and
that's working better.
saying they've got that stupid pre-order thing. I've never pre-ordered standard edition. It comes out on the 29th, is it, or 28th?
If you order the deluxe edition, you get 3 days early.
Yeah, if you order the deluxe edition, you get it on the 26th. It's like, what?
No, they've not just done that. I've also noticed that they've done it with WWE 2K18. You've had the deluxe edition, you get 4 days early. I'm thinking, I'm actually thinking about it because I know how much work I've got to do on that game for the predictions, and it depends on more than I think it'll be Survivor Series when that comes out. That's going to be a big pay-per-view, and I'm thinking, do I do it on 17 or do I do it on 18? Just saying. Anyway, I feel like we should be getting close to the end because we've gone over the hour-and-a-half mark this time. But we had a lot to talk about this week. So, before we go, of course, have you got any streams planned, any game nights planned? Going to start with you, Doc.
I'm going to be doing some Conan.
Going to do some Conan?
It's going to be an out-of-when kind of thing more than... Oh, what?
Sorry?
You broke up then?
I didn't say anything, that's why.
Oh, right, okay. In that case, I'm going to be doing some Conan.
Yeah.
During the week at some point. Not too sure when.
Well,
in a day.
If you want to catch Doc playing some Conan, you can find him on twitch.tv/DocRobin87. Are you on Mixer as well, mate?
The Doc Robin.
Yeah, Mixer.
Doc Robin, yeah.
The Doc Robin. And, of course, he's on Twitter as well, at DocRobin87.
87.
Yep. Tattastic, have you got anything planned this week yourself?
I'll probably do some Conan as well. Might be when me and Doc are together.
Just going to be different slopes from.
Everyone's got to do Conan but me.
And some Hungry Bunnies from Mars on the Vive.
Okay. I look forward to that. So you can, of course, find Tattastic, twitch.tv/TattasticGamer, mixer.com/TattasticGamer, youtube.com/TattasticGamer, and tattasticgamer.com. And also he's on Twitter @TattasticGamer. And of course, it's simple. And of course, he has a video every week coming out on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CraveYourGames. Currently, he's going through Theseus. I think you said you've got your finale of that is next week.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah. So look forward to seeing that. Myself, you know what? I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna do some Hellblade stream. I feel like it needs to be done. Because if I don't, it's going to be another week, and it's bugging me because, like I said, everyone's been telling me play that game, and I haven't yet. So I'm going to play that game. I think we've also got some Siege coming up as well, and I think that's all I can remember in my head. But when we are doing some streaming, you can find me at twitch.tv/GDW2007 for the podcast, twitch.tv/CTG Podcast, mixer.com/CraveYourGame, youtube.com/CraveYourGames, and of course, craveyourgame.wordpress.com for the audio version of the podcast, and of course, cravethegame.proboards.com. Where you find a very friendly game community. You got to be 18 and over to join, of course. So, I think that's it. Nothing else to say. Recommended videos. I'm going to say one that hasn't come out yet, but I do recommend you guys go and watch. Go and watch Saturday's video, because it's the return of Ryan playing Outlast.
Oh, yes.
I really need to go and watch that video because there is a certain few parts in there that there's going to be a slow-mo part in there as well. And you guys know which part it is.
Yeah. Or watch GD versus Gravity.
Yes, or watch the Fortnite video that came out yesterday called Fortnite Gravity Works. Turns out Gravity works in that game. What about you, Tattastic? You got one that you want to?
I never streamed from. I don't know. I saw it disappearing above you.
I liked it because it's just from mine looking and thinking, what have they done? Why are they laughing? And then you just notice that. Anyway, Tattastic, what do you recommend? Oh, Harry's in it too. Yes, Harry's in the Outlast video too.
I was going to say that one because I watched it after the comment on Discord about being Stairway to Heaven. I thought, what's this comment about?
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll put a third one in. I also recommend go and watch our Siege video that came out today. It's Cravers versus Cravers, where we all find out that a certain player on Siege is actually really good, or we're really shit.
Oh, God, yeah. Us versus Kev.
No.
I got the kill.
No. It's not that stage yet. It's the 3 versus 3 stage. This has just started coming out at the moment. This is the part where where you get kicked out, I think, halfway through the game.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
But still, it's worth watching. Like I said, on youtube.com/CraveYourGames, we have at least one video out every day of the week. So, of course, like, subscribe, and comment. So, guys, thank you for joining me for this podcast that went everywhere.
Not where we planned, but that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. We don't care if it's not planned because that means the conversation went well.
Yeah.
But we will be back, of course, next week for more CTG Podcast goodness for episode 156. Who will be on it? I will be here. Who else? Anyone?
I don't know where it is.
I'll pop it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep it a surprise.
I'll try and be.
We'll see who will be here. We don't know who will be here. We'll see. But until then, thank you everyone for joining us, and goodbye. Transition. Yeah, transition.